Yes. Alan Showore is here. We're connecting with him. We're trying to find out what played out. Joseph Folorunshaw is here too. The way you're smiling, the like say you get one better question, very concrete thing where you want to ask this man. Because the way I'm looking at him, he's so happy, full of full of life and everything. Mr. Alan Showore, good to have you join us. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes. It's still morning. It's still morning.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Okay, I understand. You're from the Sunshine State, right? Hello?
Hello?
I said you're from the Sunshine
State.
Huh?
You're from the Sunshine State. Now, that's what you're saying.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sorry. It's still morning. Good morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, your party won the gubernatorial election. How far so far? What is the atmosphere like right now in Ondo State for you?
The atmosphere is very peaceful, joyous, and the entire state is clad in lucky mood.
Okay.
Yesterday, the governor drove around the city to say thank you to the people who voted for him, as in the entire people of Ondo State. Because from the INEC results, the declared result, it is the governor won in all the 18 local government of Ondo State. That is unprecedented. This is the first time in the history of this state that a candidate of any political party whatsoever will win in all the 18 local governments. So the atmosphere here is joyous. We are in celebration mood. Lucky moment activated.
Okay. We got several reports, as regards how INEC, were on your party's side, and some other forces alongside, because it was free for all. Vote buying was willing buyer, willing seller. In fact, everyone was ready to, sell votes. And according to information, allegedly that was what brought your party to power. Is that information correct?
That is not correct.
Okay.
I don't know if you follow me on Facebook. Prior to the primary election, I was posting the number of people who came all the way from the United States of America. People came from Canada. People came from the United Kingdom. So the people somebody who comes from the United States of America, how much are you going to give him for his vote? His vote for Lucky. Somebody who comes from the United Kingdom, are you going to pay for his ticket? How much do you want to give him to buy his vote? So that is not correct. And I hope that people are not, or those who are alleging are not mistaking the government palliative or the party, different party involved, the mobilization of voters as vote buying. That is not vote buying. If, for instance, you have 1, 2, 3 persons who say, oh, I live in Akure, but my voter register or registration is in Okitiwopa, I want to go. And maybe the party, both PDP or APC, say, okay, we are providing free vehicle for those who want to go because of the economic situation in the state. We are making arrangement for you to go home so that you can exercise your franchise. To this end, even the government, Ondo State government, declare Friday a public holiday so that civil servants and workers generally can have time to go to their various places of voting to exercise their franchise. That is all that I'm aware of. But if you talk about vote buying, how much can you give to somebody who came from US to buy his vote? 1 million naira? 2 million? So that is not correct.
All right. Okay. Ogalen, Shure, let me join them to say congratulations to you and your principal. We know that he's trying to finish the tenure of the late former governor, and for him to now commence his own. At what time do you think Ondo beautiful and wonderful people should be holding him responsible for his own when they sworn him into office couples of weeks to come? Because I was talking to someone yesterday. Still some part of Ondo State, they still have issue of power, and power issue have been moved from exclusive to concurrent.
Thank you very much. Look, as much as I'm a political appointee, I am an activist, a political activist, and I believe in accountability, as in taking government to be responsible, taking government to accountability. Mr. Governor is responsible from day one when he became acting, not even governor, when he became acting governor of Ondo State. And so he accounts for every action, every decision from day one. So he became the governor on the 27th day of December 2023. And since that day, he has been responsible. I can tell you, before his assumption of office, the entire Ondo South was in darkness 14 years ago. 14 good years, the Ondo South Central DC was disconnected from the national grid. And less than 6 months on assumption of office, Mr. Governor, through synergy, we must mention that, synergy underlined with the federal government and the Ondo South Central District has been reconnected. Power has been restored to the communities in Ondo South Central District. In other words, from Owo down, that were hitherto disconnected from the national grid has been connected to the national grid. The governor has gone ahead because one of the major issues that led to the disconnection of Ondo South from the national grid was the issue of payment of bills, estimated bills. So now what do you have now? The governor has gone ahead to say, okay, we are going to ensure that our people have prepaid meters. So how do you go about it? Massive prepaid meter, production and supply of prepaid meter. We have older Tiwa prepaid meters. What is older Tiwa prepaid meters? The government bought prepaid meter in bulk, subsidized the price with about 30% for onward distribution of the end users. So if you have a house, you want to enjoy electricity, and you don't want to pay for more than what you consume, what I call the wicked estimated bill is eliminated in Ondo State, completely eliminated. Just walk to the office of the special advisor on power, make payment, reduction of 30%, and you get your older Tiwa meter so that you only pay for what you consume. So life is made more easier. That is why when you come to Ondo State today, we say Odiron. Odiwa. What does that mean? Ease. Everything now is ease in Ondo State. Easy does everything here. So the governor is responsible from day one. I will not join anybody who say, hey, governor is not responsible. It is not his time yet. No. from day one he took over office, he should be held accountable, responsible.
No, why I'm equally saying that is because if you look at the issue of education, I'm just thinking that if we want to look at the issue of approach to education, Ondo State is supposed to be number one in terms of education in Nigeria, because I think it's still a state that will have a higher number of professors, PhD holders, and the rest of them. I don't know if the
Ondo State?
Yes, Ondo states like Ekiti now.
It's supposed to be Ekiti State.
Ondo, Ekiti, they are all the same thing, almost the same thing. So if you look at the report from Subeb, apart from Katsina and Adamawa, if I'm very correct, among the, which is 34 states, including Ondo, is not bringing their counterpart funding in order for them to actually benefit from issue on education in respect of maybe the primary, secondary, and the rest of them. Is that not, what's your take on that? That Ondo is not even among states that would have said, okay, when talk of issue of education, especially from the formation year, it should be the number one, if not, at least. What would be your take on that?
Yeah, I don't know where you get your information.
The report is there. Just check internet. Is there? Is there? 20,
Google it.
Just Google it. Yeah.
Google
I saw the headline today. You know, some of the time, some of these reports were compiled long time ago, but they only find
they are talking about 2020, 2023, 2024.
I am coming. Some of these reports were compiled long time ago. They only find their way into the media. About a month ago, Ondo State government approved the payment of a counterpart funding for Subeb, 7 billion. Ondo State government has paid. Even during Aketi, we were one of the states that paid 3.5 billion counterpart funding. So now the Ondo State government has paid the counterpart funding. Besides, in Ondo State, just like you rightly observe, education is our industry. In Ondo State, students in secondary and primary school goes to school on a free shuttle bus with adequate security, free of charge. And that is why the governor won landslide in this election. Because those people who were pushing for PDP, particularly Osun and Oyo, who came here to contest, in their state, they only distribute eraser, pencil, and exercise book. But in those states, students in primary and secondary schools go to school on a free shuttle buses with adequate security, free of charge. At the tertiary level, the Ondo State government pay 50,000 for bursary, 100,000 for scholarship, 150,000 for students in law school and those who are medical or medicine. PhD, 200,000. Regular payment. So we are still maintaining our lead in terms of education. So as much as I don't want to fault the report that is indicated that those that have not paid, I think those who have released those reports should just go and update. Sometimes even your phone, the phone that you use, you need to update so that you are current. You just need to go and update their data. They will see that Ondo State government has paid.
Okay.
And we do not only pay, adequate attention is given to education. In fact, those education is our priority.
Okay. The other one is before the election, the Inspector General of Police has suspended activities of Amotekun and the rest of them. Now the election is over. Though I equally say that I don't know where he got that power, the constitutional backing for him to suspend an agency, the creation of a state that is doing very, very well, occasioned by some lapses, some of him and his men. But we don't know where he got that power. But in Nigeria, people do a lot of things. And when do you think the activity for Amotekun in Ondo State will be lifted? The suspension from the IGP will be lifted? Because for me, he's supposed to send a message to Ondo State House of Assembly that have wonderful individual that can pass a message to instruct the governor to say, okay, do you know what? For the sake of the election, let's ask our wonderful men to maybe stay away. But that is just it. When are we going to hear the lifting of the suspension of Amotekun activities in Ondo State?
Thank you. You see, the Inspector General of Police does not even have the power to suspend the activities of Amotekun.
But he has done
not
that.
Even,
he has done
not
that
even
pre to the election.
Just a minute.
Okay.
What the Inspector General of Police has done is what I describe as superfluous. Is to declare that Amotekun will not be participating in the electoral process. And Amotekun is not designed to participate in the electoral process in Ondo State. So it is superfluous to say Amotekun will not, they are not designed to participate in INEC or electoral process. Amotekun is the internal security arrangement for Ondo State, and they are doing well. So even some of the police that came for the election, they are protected by Amotekun. The moment you enter Ondo State, you are under the protection of Amotekun. So, but what he is trying to say, which the media sometimes they are misinterpreting, so to say that Amotekun will not be participating in the electoral process. In other words, men and women of the Amotekun corps will not be physical on the various polling units or in the various polling units. That is understandable.
But Alex, sorry for cutting. That is from you, because I believe you are a lawyer and you want to follow the constitution. Just go to his statement. Say activities of Amotekun in Ondo State is hereby suspended for the sake of the election. And the activity is to protect life and property of in Ondo State, not to help to conduct any election. So what we're just saying is, we are just praying that a time is coming, head of agency will respect our constitution and equally respect state law.
That is what I'm saying. Even from what you are saying, except for the sake of election. Underline for the sake of election, you can't suspend the activities of Amotekun. Amotekun are security personnel employed by Ondo State. They have offices in the 18 local government. They have offices in the forest. So is the Inspector General of Police saying that on the day of elections, the Amotekun were not on duty? That is not correct. So that the Amotekun office was closed down. That is not correct. But what he's saying, which is taken out of context, is that in that electoral process, that election purpose, Amotekun will not be featuring. You can't suspend the activities of Amotekun. It does not have that power. And if you follow the trend, on the day that Amotekun, which is the Southwest Security Network, was about to be launched, the then IGP made frantic efforts to prevent it. It didn't work. So Amotekun is on ground. It cannot be suspended. It cannot be stopped.
Okay.
The moment you enter Ondo State, even I told you, even the security, the police that came, maybe in their various hotels, in the various community where they lodge in Ondo State, they are under the protection of Amotekun. But Amotekun did not participate in the electoral process. They were not in the various polling units where ballot was displayed and all of that. So that is what he is trying to say. They were not physical. But for the protection of lives and property, Amotekun is on ground physically, spiritually, and otherwise.
Are you okay with the election process in Nigeria? The interference of INEC, allegedly, on our electoral process in Nigeria. Tell us.
To be objective, one cannot be okay with what we have now. There's always room for improvement. For me, personally, in my unit, I do not believe that one beaver machine should attend to more than 500 people. in my union where I voted, where I stayed from 8 o'clock till 6 o'clock when the election was announced, there was just one beaver machine attending to close to 400 people. For me, that should be addressed. So INEC should do something to ensure that when you have more than 500 registered voters, provide 2 machines for the people on the queue so that they could be attended to. But if you want to evaluate the performance of INEC, in 2020 and 2024, there's an improvement. That we have to give to INEC, particularly as regards Ondo State. In 2020, if you recall, INEC office was set on fire in Ondo State, or it was gutted by fire. As we speak now, nobody knows the cause of that fire. It has not been investigated. If it was investigated, the report was never made public. But this time, few weeks before the election, there was a firefighter station in INEC office, so that in case of any emergency, they could swing into action. You have adequate security. INEC office in Ondo State, Akure, is located in Alagbaka. When you get to Alagbaka a few days before election, you yourself will know that there is security here and that INEC was prepared for that election. So that is an improvement. Where we need to improve is this that I have mentioned to you. How do you have effective deployment of beavers that will be fast enough to attend to the people so that people will not be agitated? Because when Nigeria don't have patience. So when you keep 100 people on the queue for more than 30 minutes, they are agitated. Some of them will go back home because they can't wait any longer. So at the end of the day, you say, oh, there's low vote turnout or voters turnout. That is not correct. You did not attend to them enough. Even if it's going to be a comedy show or musical concert, if Nigerians buy ticket and the program is scheduled for 8 o'clock, by 8:30 you are not starting, you are not bringing the best artists. Nigerians are going back home. So, and that is at the level of enjoyment, let alone you can imagine how rigorous it is for people to cast their vote. So, I must ensure that the atmosphere of voting is more conducive, is more pleasant for people to participate. Otherwise, you continue to experience this, what is regarded as low voters turnout. I wish INEC would break down their unit into more so that they can have more beaver, even if it's on the same spot. Let there be more beaver machine to attend to the number of people on queue. You can at the end of that bring everything together, but don't keep people for more than 30 minutes on the queue before they have access to vote. Otherwise, people go back home.
Now, in addition to that too, what do you think we can equally? I know that if every state want to intervene, people will assume it to be maybe pre-vote ringing. If you look at some of the polling units, even at the university, if we want to conduct election, the polling unit is attractive, decent for people to go and conduct their election. I was in, as I told you, I was in at Igbaraoke, and I asked for, pre to the election, I asked for some polling unit which they show me, even the day of the election, even sweep that place where people are coming to elect the number 1 citizen of a whole state. Maybe I did not have, they are broke to even hire people to make that place
to clean it
be
up.
decent. So, and I know that I equally have the number of polling units in across the whole federation. What do you think we can do if we were copying from America, that we just see the election that they just conducted abroad, Donald Trump, whereby a polling unit should be a place that even the way you are eating, in case, and they take fall from a spoon or from your hand, you pick it up and you send it back to your mouth, because that is where you want to elect the number 1 citizen of that state, not the kind of places that they create for us to be electing number 1 citizen of a state or number 1 citizen of Nigeria.
Yeah, thank you for this question. We must understand the challenges that INEC face too. INEC is like an orphan. INEC belongs to nobody,
But they are
and
very rich,
nobody.
oh. They are very, and they very, very rich.
Yes, I will give you the details. INEC is like a jam. Every year jam conducts exam, but jam has no office in terms of where they conduct their exam. So they go out to look for available facility, maybe university, secondary school, but they don't have their specific venue where they conduct election. And that is why I describe INEC as an orphan. INEC has not gotten to that level where they will have designated polling unit owned, maintained, and controlled by INEC. No, INEC is at the mercy of the Nigeria state, local government, community. In some instances, INEC is at the mercy of some landlord. You have polling unit in the front of somebody's house. So
my polling unit in Lagos is under a transformer.
So that is the situation INEC find itself. They have to be at the mercy of some of this facility owned by individual, owned by local government, owned by state government. So it's difficult for them. And I hope we will get to that stage where next week.
Mr. Alan Showore, how is it possible that one party, that the entire, allegedly now, maybe 80% or 70%, I don't know, I cannot actually put a percentage to that now. How can a party win all the local governments in a state?
If you're on ground, go.
Huh?
The party is on ground.
No. I mean, the presence of other political parties should at least speak. I mean, in this country, is it possible we still have that thing we call landslide victory when we all hear what Nigerians have been talking about, have been saying, the prayers of the citizens of this country as regards the All Progressives Congress? And we still have your party going ahead to clear all the local governments in Ondo State. I mean, are you so proud of that, or you think there is something somewhere we need to address? Are you okay with that?
Yes. Before now, in many of my interviews, they've asked me, what is my greatest fear in this election? And I've said repeatedly that my greatest fear was lack of opposition. I don't know if I told you on this platform. Presently, the way Ondo State is, the PDP cannot win any election. And the factors are there, they're obvious. In Ondo State, we have...
Ondo State used to be for PDP.
Just wait. Okay. I'll give you the breakdown.
Okay.
Ondo State, we have 3 senators. All of them APC. 8 out of the 9 House of Rep member APC. 23 out of the 26 member of the State House of Assembly APC. 18 local government chairmen APC. 33 chairmen of SCDA APC.
So it means there are no other parties in that?
Two ministers APC. About 500 political appointees APC. That is one. This last election, go and ask. PDP did not have a campaign office. How do you win an election without a structure? So the PDP knew that they were doing business. So before the election, the people got to know that PDP were just doing election. When you have a serious an opposition party that are using phone to snap their governorship candidate, they are using plank, wooden this thing to stand there to erect posters. You know that they are not ready for election.
But Ogachore, Allen, with all this, before your principal become acting governor and become a governor, the fight within the house, whether it's impeachment, no impeachment, it's like even the fight was more than the one between Ukraine and Russia. before the election, before your principal become the governor of acting governor and governor, and these are all APC. Does it mean that APC always enjoy internal opposition?
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Did you hear what he said?
Yes. 16 aspirants participated during the primary election of APC.
16.
Yes, all of them were aggrieved. All of them had their powerful structure. After the election, they were aggrieved. But give it to Lucky Aiyedatiwa. He succeeded in bringing everybody together. Only one person was left out, Gbenga Edema, and he went to NLPP. NLPP existed in Kano. During the campaign, one day was dedicated for stakeholder meeting, presided over by the delectable governor of Lagos State. He brought everybody together and said, look, forget your differences, forgive and move on. We are here to work for the victory of APC. All of them agree. The only person that was not available on that day was Jimoh Ibrahim, Senator Jimoh Ibrahim. And because he was on a national assignment outside the country, when Jimoh came back, he convoked a meeting of the stakeholder of what he called Aseyori, his own political structure, and instructed all of them, 5,200 ambassadors of Aseyori were in attendance. He asked all of them to go and work for the victory of Lucky Aiyedatiwa. So, you have two ministers, Minister of Interior, only him can win election for Ondo State. You have the Minister of Youth, Engineer Ayodele, only him can win election for Ondo State. And you now have the governor, who, even his candor, his political mien, and his personality, his calmness, is irresistible. Don't forget that during his challenges, the injustice done to him has, built up a kind of movement that attracted public sympathy. That never went away. So everybody in Ondo State saw Lucky Aiyedatiwa as a symbol of justice. So that's why everybody came to embrace him. So I said something. Even the chairman of LURTW in Ondo State would have won that election for APC.
Why?
Because the structure was there. The purpose was unanimous. Members of all the members of APC, all the critical stakeholders agree. He said, for the purpose of our party, let us vote for APC. This is outside of the presence of a president who is from Lagos. And Lagos and Ondo State, we have a bond. So even if Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, send a text message to the Ondo State people, say, this is the way I want you to go, the likelihood of the fact that 50% will go that way is very high.
As your former principal, congratulate your current principal, Ajayi, for the victory. I
am still waiting for that. And honestly, that is the direction that things should go. I do not expect the PDP to waste their time in going to the tribunal. His Excellency Alfred Agbola Ajayi should just come up and congratulate the winner so that he will become a hero. He has done his best.
Okay. Because of our time, let's leave you now. Let's let you go. Thank you so very much. Congratulations to your principal. Congratulations to Lucky Aiyedatiwa.
And the people of Ondo State.
Of course.
Let me tell you
that they want to ask for good governance.
Let me tell you that I enjoy your drilling this morning.
No, I wish I had enough time with you. It would have been, we would have had good one together. But I'm still coming.
We are going to check that. What do you call that junction in Akure? That junction.
Alagbaka.
Alagbaka. We'll come and take that picture of Alagbaka maybe in the next 3. Okay, in the next 1 month.
Yeah.
We'll come and
Sorry, before you go, what's the plan of the governor about that roundabout in front of very close to Government House?
All the major cities, there's something that's going on now in Akure. That is the beautification of the city. The light up Akure and the renovation of all bus stops, all roundabouts is ongoing. You needed to be here.
Okay. Well, when I get to Akure, we'll talk more.
No problem.
Yeah. Do have a great day today. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. It's time to say goodbye. All right. The news will be coming up shortly. My name is Jude. On Instagram, on Facebook, everywhere. The handle is Ikamijude. IKAMIJUDEH. One word. I'm out of here. Good morning to you.